Electric football, week 9. You know what I'm sick of? Cowboys in TV commercials. First off, we're electric football. Have you seen that stupid Jimmy Jones one? They don't even have the little bases on the figures with the little 4 things that
Jimmy Johnson, you mean?
Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Jones, whoever they are. And then, worse than that, is that Viking. We used to be a Viking family, but now we're a Vikings, Eagles, Cowboys, Steelers, Dolphins. You cannot be a Viking family and be a Cowboy family.
No, you can't.
It's not allowed.
I didn't talk to my son for a year when he went jet on me.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah. Stu Jr.
Yeah, you jerk. No, I love you, man.
Yeah, I do too, especially since he's about this big and about this, packed.
Yeah, he can kill us.
Yeah. Anyway, it's week 9. Stu has a little special request. He wants to start with something different.
Oh, no, that's going to be the second to last game.
Okay.
That's all. I just want to start there. But I'll start now that you've pointed to me. I'm Stu Pace. That's Steve Brown. Hey, it's the Saints and the Panthers. And the Saints came alive against Green Bay at home last week. And they found a running game at the same time with what's his name, Ingram, running for 172 yards. That's hard to do. The pick to me is who is the better 3-4 team, even though the Panthers are 3-4-1. That's the Saints. I think Cam can find a way to win, but I'm going Saints.
All right. Stewart's doing factual stuff with statistics. I'm doing haiku.
Okay.
Pilgrimages, bad. Ingram ran over Lacey last week. Saints tamed the Panthers. I'm going Saints.
That's cool. I don't have that much time. All right, Bucks-Browns, and this is my suicide pick for the week, the Browns, so go ahead.
Johnny Football waits while Hoyer beats crappy teams. More waiting, Johnny. I take the Browns.
All right, the Bucks have the 32nd ranked offense and defense. The Browns couldn't get the run going last week against the pitiful Raiders. But lucky for the Browns, they're playing the Raiders again this week, which is the Buccaneers. Who just traded a couple of their players today as well because they've already given out. They're meeting the bottom feeders. They should beat the bottom feeders. But they will be an imaginary 5-3 after this week, but I'm taking the Browns.
All right. Then we move on to Cards at the Cowboys. Old man Carson P. throws to Fitzgerald and Brown. Down go the Cowboys. Taking the Cardinals.
Wow.
And thank you, Colt McCoy. In the battle of the Browns, backups, him and Whedon. 2 gunslingers going at it.
Who'd have figured that would happen?
Thank you, Colt.
When Brian Hoyer's the Cleveland quarterback and the other 2 guys are playing with playoff teams. Anyway, well, Monday night showed us that the Cowboys aren't infallible, and they're not going to be perfect the rest of the way here. Whedon showed that he can handle the game, and yet they brought in an injured Tony Romo to effectively take a couple sacks and throw bad passes because he was injured. That was the worst piece of coaching I've seen in a long time. Murray is rushing for a record now. He's had eight weeks in a row with rushing over 100 yards. Dallas is favored here, but I'm skeptical of Romo's health. Is it the point where Dallas becomes Dallas again and Romo can't complete any more passes and they fall apart? Let's watch. I'm taking the Cowboys, but scarily.
Just to comment on what Stu said, a lot of props to Tony Romo, who does not get credit for being the tough guy quarterback that maybe a Ben Roethlisberger does. But if you watch that game, he was begging to get back in there. And that lizard-faced Jerry Jones was like, throw him in there.
Get him in there. Get him in there.
Where the hook is at? So,
Talk about the Halloween, man.
There we go.
Happy Halloween, brother.
Oh, and by the way, and he seems like a nice guy. I saw him on an airplane once. Seems like a nice guy. But, oh, my God, it looks like somebody slashed Chris Berman under the eyes with a razor blade.
Oh, really?
How do you get, like...
Bad surgery.
Is that it? I mean, I've got wrinkles, but those aren't wrinkles. Those are like cut marks.
Yeah.
It was hard to look at them. Anyway, where are we?
I don't know. Eagles, Texans.
Back to the zen of my haiku. Eagles at Texans. If Foles throws 62, J.J. Watt feasts upon Nick's bones. Run, Shady McCoy, run. Eagles.
This is tougher than I thought, but I think the Texans can be susceptible. Boy, I can't speak today.
The Tekkens would be a really great, because of that video game. It's awesome.
Are susceptible. The Texans are susceptible to Philly's dinks and dunks and screens and things. Plus, they had another. Is Cushing out for the year now? And they're piling on the injuries there. The Eagles lost on the road in the deserts of Arizona, and I just don't think that Eagles have the horses here. But I'm taking the home team to break Foster out and hold the ball a long time and win. I'm going with some upsets this week.
I like the image of eagles having horses. I'll have to work that into a haiku one of these days. Like, can you see an eagle riding a horse into battle? That's awesome.
Bloody.
Anyway, Jets at Chiefs. Meadowlands plane crash. ended Geno Smith's season. Welcome, Michael Vick. But I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, believe it or not, statistically, these teams are almost dead even. They're an exact match, yardage-wise, defense, offense. But one team is 1-7, and the other's playoff bound. Kansas City's put it together here, and I'm taking Alex at home here because I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets can win here, but it would take a miracle for Michael Vick to actually look like he gives a damn and play. And I think Geno Smith's brain is now so toasty that Rex Ryan's just playing out the string to see when he gets fired.
Yeah, I think most of the Jets are. Michael Vick has not really lived up to his, $4 or $5 million a year contract because he wasn't prepared. He hasn't looked into it. Now he's going to go, it'll be all different when he gets to first team reps. The team's done.
Nah, they're done.
Anyway, Jags at Bengals.
Wait, before you haiku. Cat fight!
Oh, okay.
You missed it.
Thank you. No, I left that for you.
Oh, okay.
Jaguars have no claws. Bengal tigers feed in jungles. Bortles on the menu. I take the Bengals.
Okay. Bortles has shown he is a rookie by letting a couple picks go back for touchdowns. Thankfully for my inept offensive team. He is a rookie making rookie mistakes, but he's got an arm and legs, and he corrects those.
Yes, he physically has arms.
Yes,
and legs.
Okay. The Jags D, on the other hand, has been tasked with winning every game, and while they're a good team defensively, they're not 60 minutes of being on the field good yet. And I'm no Bengals fan for what they've been doing this year, and I hope they lose just for tie-breaking procedures down the road. But I'm taking them here. I'm not sure Cincy can beat anyone else anymore going forward. So this is a big game for them.
All right. Chargers at Dolphins. Lightning strikes the water. Sizzle, sizzle goes Flipper. Rivers beats Dolphins. Taking the Chargers.
All right, I'm strictly being a homer here. I love what Rivers is doing this year. He's killing it in my fantasy league. I'm in first place in both leagues I'm in because I'm counting on him. He's consistently throwing 25, 30 points up each week. But the Chargers haven't really been able to run. And Miami's D has been bending but not breaking here. So I think if our D-line can actually rattle Rivers at all, and it's no guarantee that they can. Our linebackers are still kind of lame. I think we can win. I think it's a coin toss game at a neutral site anyway. So I'm just hoping my team wakes up. See what I did there? Wakes up and plays for 60 minutes.
All right.
Fins.
What's the name of your fantasy teams? Are they the Pacemakers?
No, one is 61 Fin Fan.
Makes sense.
And the other is the Alpaca Flippers.
Why the Alpaca Flippers?
My friend who's my teammate on that is named Alden Pasqua. We kind of did a jumble with his name and came up with Alpaca, and Flippers is me.
Okay. Washington at the Vikes. Warrior cultures clash in the land of the ice. On to Valhalla. I'm taking the Vikes.
Wow. I am too. I think Minnie gets it done here. It's just a hunch, but that was a pretty good win last week, and
against the Bucks.
Yeah, but it's still
Overtime.
a good win. You're on the road and you kind of suck a lot, but you beat the Buccaneers on the road, and now you're getting, Colt McCoy now has to play a second game. I think he was just so pumped. He played a great game last week. Can you do that week? The second week in a row? Because I don't think Griffin's playing. I'm taking the Vikings here.
Did you feel bad for Colt McCoy when they showed the James Harrison hit? If you saw it when he was with the Browns, it basically almost ended his career.
I didn't
Harrison knocked him just flat on his back, and he had a concussion. But evidently, somebody else got injured on that play, and nobody kind of noticed that he was.
Oh, really?
Out. Yeah, it was.
It's the backup.
James Harrison. James Harrison was a hitter. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rams at 49ers. Colin Kaepernick quarterbacking the Niners. Way too fast and quick. 49ers beat the Rams.
You put some effort into this week, and I'm reading what I wrote. Didn't they just play like last week? It was 31-17 like 2 weeks ago these two teams met in St. Louis. Do you really think it's going to be different outcome now in San Francisco? I don't think so. I think there's no doubt that San Francisco wins here. The Rams got crushed by the Chiefs last week, and I don't see San Francisco relenting. I think they're just putting Jeff Fisher's throat, they're putting the pressure on his throat, and he could be done too. He's in trouble.
All right.
Yeah. 49ers.
Broncos at Pats. Tom and Peyton fight. DeMarcus and Von delight. Broncos win this night. I'm taking the Broncos. This is the best game. I'm going to talk just real quick about this.
Oh, no more haiku.
That was haiku. I'm just going to add to the coup. This is extra coup. This is additional coup. It does seem like these games are always at home for Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
I think Brady is 10-5 versus Peyton Manning, but I do think, and the Patriots woke up and have been playing great the last couple of weeks. Gronk smash, Gronk drink beer, Gronk smash, Gronk catch ball, touchdown. That's been working, but I do think that at some point, at various points this season, it seemed like a team has arisen as the best team. Early on, Seahawks. Middle of the season, Cowboys. Right now, Denver. So I'm sticking with Denver until I'm proven wrong.
Well, Roger Goodell's two favorite children get to play in the backyard this weekend, and you're right. It always seems it's in Foxborough. That's probably because the Patriots' record was always better, and they met a lot in the playoffs. So that might be skewing the numbers of times that in New England these games are played. Little Elway Jr. has his team poised to win it all. They are the best team right now in the league on both sides of the ball. Yet here comes Hoodie and the model's husband, and once again proved that in math equations, Brady Belichick is greater than Peyton Manning. They're not coaching against Denver. They're coaching against Peyton Manning, which they're very used to. I don't see any difference here. I'm taking the Patriots.
Oh, math equations. I thought you were talking about Tom and Giselle doing their cute little 5 and 1. Here, put up the 5.
Oh.
Their little 5 and 1 pose.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
They shot a little picture after the 51 points with Tom holding up a 5. Now be nice. You don't know the woman.
I don't like Giselle.
Oh, I do. Giselle, if you're listening, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take care of Stu after this.
Kate Upton for me. Sorry, Gazelle.
Nice. Raiders at the Seahawks. Wounded Hawks fly low. How black is the quarterback? Raiders are the cure. I'm taking the Seahawks. I think the Raiders go winless this year. And I think there's some ridiculous stuff coming out of Seahawk land, including questioning Russell Wilson's ethnicity, I guess.
It's the Obama thing in football.
But they did come back and get a big win, and they are a much more talented team, and they are at home. I don't see how you go against the Seahawks.
Hi. My name's Derek Carr. I'll be behind center for Oakland on Sunday. Can you not kill me? Seahawks.
All right. We're going to let Stu do the lead into the second to last game.
Okay, if you watched last week's Rap Fest that Steve did, it was all new to me. I didn't know what he was doing, and it was hilarious. But I was also ranting and raving about how the Steelers came alive. So here's my song to the Steelers. I have to read it. Ben, most people would turn you away. I don't listen to a word they say. They don't see you as I do. I wish they would try to. I'm sure they'd think again if they had a friend like Ben. Steelers.
All right, that actually makes my haiku almost seem masculine. Ravens at Steelers.
Oh,
Steve Smith. Oh, sorry. Let me start again. Steve Smith did not push. Big Ben chimed so loudly. Baltimore Birds win.
And poetry's less masculine and more masculine.
I'm taking the Ravens. The samurais did haiku. Yeah. They would chop you up with a sword, then they would sit down and go 5, 7, 5. Anyway, if you watch the refereeing this season has been tighter, it seems. There are the points of emphasis. And if you watch the play closely, I don't think Steve Smith pushed on Aloka.
No, I agree. I don't think he did either.
There was a little bit of touching, but there's a big difference between I touched you and caught a ball and made an incredible play versus, I yanked you down and caught a ball. Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, they maul people. They maul people, and they were given touchdowns because they were freaking Cowboys.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's our last game here?
Colts Giants. All right. Well, the biggies are starting to wonder when Coughlin turns in his card. And ends his career here. The Colts were bitch slapped. Oh my God. Ben last week had 6 touchdowns? Their defense disappeared. And the Colts are averaging more than 100 yards per game in offense more than the Giants. And this is the house that Eli built. But seriously, no Cruz. The G-men don't have the horses that the Colts do. See what I did there?
A lot of horses.
And I think Ahmad Bradshaw is going to want to run like nuts against his old team and prove I'm on the better team, and good luck to you guys the rest of the season. I'm taking the Colts here.
Rested behemoths chase wild horses on the plains. No luck for the Giants. I'm taking the Colts.
Okay.
And I'd like to give, before we wrap up, I'd like to give special thanks to Lamar Houston for not learning from Stephen Tulloch and injuring himself in a celebration.
It's just, I saw that today. I'm like, oh my God.
In a game where they were getting blown out. I'd like to thank Sammy Watkins for not learning from Leon Lett and showboating a little early. Sammy, we love you. You're a great player.
I was looking on the Jumbotron and he looked further away. You're watching television while you're running for a touchdown? Grow up.
Objects in the rearview mirror may be closer than they appear. And kudos to Jeremy Maclin for not waiting to take the Gatorade shower at the end of the game, but for just destroying the whole Gatorade table in what is a great picture. So a lot of fun in the NFL. We hope you had fun with electric football today.
We thank you for watching and subscribing and commenting. We really enjoy doing this, as you can tell.
Oh, speaking of which, the next subscriber will be number 200, and you know what you get?
Nothing.
Jack shit, but we would appreciate it.
Really, we have nothing to give you.
We got nothing.
You have to go to the other channels to get free gifts.
And we're about to hit 25,000 views. We're closing in on it with a good week or two. We're going to hit 25,000 views.
Cool.
So go electric football.
And I'd also like to a special shout out to Dolphin316. He's active on our site. I love that he actually looked forward the week that I wasn't able to do a show. He was emailing me going, "Where the hell's the show? Where's the show?" Thank you for watching, man. I really appreciate it. Very cool that you do, and we appreciate the back and forth and your brilliance in football knowledge.
You're our unpaid researcher.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway, that's electric football, week 9. Next week's just going to be normal stuff from me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if Stu's going to sing anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to come back if he keeps doing this stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the games. Bye.
Bye, guys.